at all, they're just facts and you can go, yeah, fine. But occasionally you'll spot something and go, ooh, yeah, that's not so great. Okay, so something else that you can do in relation to all of that is give Google an XML sitemap, as it's called, and you can see an example of that on the left-hand side there. Now, the point of XML sitemaps is that they are, or they should be, a completely accurate and always up-to-date list of all the pages on your site that you want search engines to index. Search engines can then use that as essentially a kind of cross-reference tool. So you're saying you should find all of these. Search engines can then say, well, I have found these. And if it exactly matches, great. And if it doesn't, then there's maybe something to investigate. And it might be you're telling Google it should have these pages, and Google's saying, no, I don't. Or Google's saying, I've got these pages, but they're not in your sitemap. And then it might be a case of, oh, Google's found stuff I didn't want it to find. Or I didn't even know those pages existed, possibly. So that's the point of doing this. And those XML sitemaps are usually generated automatically by the website. So if I go to Jill's site here, see if I can find, and it might not be this address, but let's see. There we go. That is probably the world's most basic XML sitemap because it's only got one page in it. And the reason that the others aren't in there is because at the moment we're telling the search engine not to find them, so it's not put them into the index. But your platform is automatically generating this, and when you change those pages to be indexable, they will appear in this list straight away. So the search engine comes and fetches this, and you can tell it to do that because there's a setting in Search Console for sitemaps, and you simply provide it with the URL of the sitemap. It's usually simply sitemap.xml, but it can be different on different platforms. So that's what's happened here, and it also means that when I go to view indexed pages, there are actually two types of indexed pages, submitted and unsubmitted. So unsubmitted would mean pages Google's found, but we haven't told it about. And if I go to that, see if there are any, there we go. There's 194 pages on this website that aren't in the XML sitemap. And actually, you can see from that list there, they're PDF files. And that's because an XML sitemap is only made to include normal web pages. Google does also index PDF files, as I'm sure you've all discovered when you search Google. So that's, to me, actually that's not an issue. That's just a quirk of XML sitemaps have web pages. Google has PDFs as well, and there are PDFs on the website, and it's just saying, well, I've got these as well. So that's okay, no problem. Again, it's a report, it's not a red flag kind of thing. But that can be quite a useful thing to do. So it's worth checking when you get Search Console set up, check your site to see if it has this XML sitemap file, and if not, or if you can't find it, ask your developer or look at the documentation for your particular platform, Wix or whatever it might be, and see is there an XML sitemap somewhere, because sometimes they've got weird and wonderful URLs rather than following the normal convention. Okay, so that is just a slide of the coverage.